Okay. Once you get login, let me know. If not, then also let me know. Okay, let's start the class. Previously, we discussed about the triggers. That trigger we discussed about the before insert or after insert, and then we discussed about the before update and after update, and we also discussed about the what is the difference between the before update and after update, and what is the use of a trigger.old map or trigger.old and trigger.new map and trigger.new. These all the things are we discussed. Now we are going to discuss about the delete triggers. Delete triggers are quite different than other two triggers. Means all the three types of triggers are different. Means insert triggers are working as a different way. Means we have to we don't means before insert we don't get the id, after insert we get the id. If you have to make changes in other record, then we use the after insert. And for the before insert we use the only when we have to make changes in the self object. Similarly we have after update and before update, but the thing is that the same concept is still same. If we have to make changes in the self record, then we are making the what is before update, and after update when we have to make the changes in the any other record. But still during the update case we have to check the trigger.old values and trigger.new values, so that the only those fields which are on which we need to perform the action will run the trigger, else it should not. But in the delete case it's quite different, because in the delete case we always have to make changes in the different objects. Means suppose since the record is going to be deleted, so there is no mean to change the same record. It's always there is a case of that whenever the record is get deleted, it means that it always have to be some other record has to be got changed. Suppose I'm doing the suppose there is in some so in we are counting on the basis of trigger, then at that time the delete trigger will means always there is some other record will update it when we are working with the delete. So it means that we always need to work with the after delete, but still there is a chances of that error in this case if we are using the after delete. Because uh, suppose uh, suppose we are working on a some project and it got exceptions. Yeah, because no sorry, whenever we are working with the after delete, so after when the the issue in that after delete that we can't get the id of that record. Let me show you that, then we can move to the on the basis of the situation we can handle this thing, then you can get more clear on that. Means after it we can get the id, so it causing the issues. Where is my trigger? Not me accessing trigger. And then okay, we designed the trigger, and we designed its helper class. Okay, so before entering to the its use cases, let's see what is in the delete triggers. So let's add an instance before delete and let's add a use case up here. Trigger dot its delete. Okay. So we have a situation that something like that. We are working on this delete triggers, and we have a trigger dot is delete, and we have a truth situation that since I had already told you that whenever we need to work on the and means whenever in the delete triggers there will always be we have to work on the any other objects means we always have to update any other object there is no need to update the self object because as we have learned that in the insert and update we can have a situation that we can update the self object but in the in the delete we always had there is a need to update any other object because the self record is going to be deleted so there is a no need to make any changes in that make any changes in the self record so what we have to, since we are making changes in the since we are making changes in the different object means in the any other objects so we need to write so we need to write our logic in the after trigger so let's design a method over up here just like we designed the handle update handle after insert similarly we design a method called okay, let me pass this method from here to there. And one more thing, we are getting trigger dot old. Yeah, we will not able to get the trigger dot new here. Why? Because the in the new instance means what are trigger dot old. You know that the trigger dot old and trigger dot new. That trigger dot old is the previous value of that situation means, and trigger dot new is that the what will be the changes. And since the record is get deleted, so there is nothing we can find in the trigger dot new. So we can only find the trigger dot old up here but we cannot find anything else. We cannot find any trigger.new because trigger.new there is no existence of the trigger.new there because the record was deleted. So there is no existence of a trigger.new. Trigger.old will be available up here. And let's put the debug over here. Now let me delete a contact record so that trigger will run. Delete this record. Yeah, here I'm going to delete this record. Now this record is deleted. I come in here, I'm checking the logs. Yeah, we can, sorry, first name it should be there. Hmm? And now if you're using the trigger.new, you will not find anything else. Not clone, I need to delete this. Yeah, we are getting error that there is nothing related to. Okay, since it is only due to the fact that I'm using the trigger.new API, so it's causing an exception, and uh, that's why it's not able to. So we need to use, because this instance is not available, and if I see the log, I think log will tell that, yeah, we are getting an error in the logs that since on the trigger.new there is no object will find, we cannot get any object, any record over up here. So that's why it's cause an exception. Yeah, here is cause an exception that that this is not available, since the record is not, trigger.new is come as null, so it will not help. So only we can in the delete triggers we can only find the old trigger dot old values. Okay, so this is the difference, means this is some difference, means this is the some issues that we are getting, means we in the other triggers we can find the trigger.new trigger.old, but in the case of a delete triggers we can't find the we can't find that trigger.old trigger.new values. And there is one more case that cause means after that you can know that if I can find that, you can see that I can get the ID, and so the debug, we can see that in the here I can get the ID of the contact. Now in the basis of ID we can query any of the records and do the delete or do any operation. Okay, means I can do anything after that. Once I get the ID, I can do that things. Suppose let's suppose that we are talking about some more situations, so we can let's see. Hmm. I'm creating some new cases over here. Okay, I created two cases. So suppose we got a situation that once the contact is deleted, we also need to delete child record, that is the cases. Okay, we need to also delete its child records, that is called as its cases. So what we need to do that for that, first, since this account is going to be deleted, yeah, you can see that this account is going to be, sorry, this contact is going to be deleted. So I need that ID. On the basis of that ID, I need to fetch out all the cases. And once I got all the cases, I need to delete them cases too. So let's see How we can do that? Mm, so since we get this IDs, and let's create an ID, set of ID, contact ID is equal to new. Okay, let's create a method that will delete cases. Okay, contact ID. Now on the basis of contact ID, I need to fetch all the cases. Let's put since it's a set of records, so set or a list, we can't directly use the equal to sign. We need to use the in operator for that. So I think I had told you, but let's remind that thing. Yeah, whenever there is a list of IDs or list of anything that we are using, we used to use in operator for mapping the records, means for taking the IDs and to this thing. Let's say copy this case IDs, means if we have a list of ID or if we have a mapper list of IDs or list of name or anything list or set, we need to use the in operator for that. And since I got the list, so I just need to delete this list, and it will be only deleted if let's put some debug over there.
You misspelled delete the case.
So it's delete, and I put the debug over there so that I can check that records are getting deleted, and then I need to call this method here, and I pass the IDs in that. So now methods are completed, means it means that whenever I delete the case, whenever I delete the contact, I delete the contact, all the cases are deleted. Let's see. Let's open the case up here, and now I'm going to delete this record. So there is a property that we can't delete the associated cases. I think we need to move some other example. I need to create some custom object, or because it's now, let me delete. Or let's see the opportunities. Opportunities are not directly related to this case. A good example. I think I need to write an account and delete the related contacts. That's not a good thing. It's not, let me have, it's not a good thing that I'm not able to delete that records, because cases are not example, else I need to create a custom objects, then I need to show that will take time. So instead of doing that, I will just changing the requirement that whenever the account get deleted, all the related contacts get also need to be deleted. So let's do that. Let's okay, after delete, concept is still same. We need to check the same thing as we are checking in the contact. Let's remove all the rest of things, and okay. Let's comment the code in the yeah. Okay, I moved to this trigger. Now I have to create a handler for this. So it's Apex class and it's called account trigger handler. Just like we have created for the cases, just similar thing we are also going to do with the account. And in that account, I need to create a method handle after delete. Let's also paste the requirements. Delete the when the account record is deleted, then we need to also delete all the related contact records. Okay, so I come up here, handle after delete, instead of it become list of old. Now create a method. Already. Line number 4, invalid type account.
Count.
Okay, let me call this method in the trigger after delete count trigger handler, and I need to pass trigger. Let's come up. So it has two contact. I think it said as two contact. Yes, the two contact. So let me delete. Lead internal. Now let's go to the contact. Where is that lead internal? Let's do another one. It has this one. So okay, this is the account. This is the contact. Let me delete this. Refresh it. You can see, yeah, this is also record also get deleted once we delete the contact account record. Okay, so this is the way how we are working, how the triggers are working, how the delete triggers are working. Okay, and there is one more case of undelete. Undelete is a similar thing that in that undelete we can't find trigger.old. There is no trigger.old values. There is only trigger.new, and we haven't. Means this trigger is a very rare. I have till now I haven't seen that undelete trigger. I've seen that delete trigger and delete trigger are very rare in use since they are not in uh, use. Usually we get only insert and update, insert triggers and delete triggers. But for the undelete, undelete is the, I don't think I have seen any. But delete triggers are sometime I've seen, but undelete I haven't seen anyone who writing a trigger on the undelete, because the thing is that when the recorders get deleted from the system, it's only 15 days up to which it's present in the recycle bin, and from the recycle bin, if we recall that trigger, then it's that case will call as an undelete situation. Let me show you, and it is only happening in the classic view. So you can see there is a trigger recycle bin. You can see I have this undelete situation, means I had just deleted these records from my Salesforce org, so it's showing me in here. I can check it and hit on undelete. The records get also automatically stored in the system. Okay, let's check it. Okay, all the records get stored in the system. So so this is the case that we are getting the undelete situation. Undelete situation will all the it's a kind of a rollback thing. Whenever you are doing the undelete, it's just roll back all the situation at its original position, but it can be done in on a 15 days. So that's the situation. And if I it's and let's and one more thing, we can't find any trigger dot old value in the undelete situation. So let's put then the so let's have a look. Sorry, before is not supported, so let's remove this. You can also see that before is not supported, so let's do after. And let's put proof. We can't find anything up here, so let's work, because before it's not supported. So let's remove and just work on the trigger.old, and at the same moment I'm also using the trigger.new. Let's put a debug. acc.id, because we are working with the delete instance, so id is a very important thing. So always try to find out the id, because on the basis of id we can do anything. So let's me undelete this record from the recycle bin. Okay, it's on. It's causing an exception that we are trying to access trigger.old value. If I look at my logs, it will show me that we are trying to access the old value. That's why it's causing an exception and not let us to undelete the situation. So I need to remove that trigger.old, because it's never let me, because this instance will not find in the situation. So we can get only trigger.new, and okay, it's gone. And if I check up here, yeah, it's showing me the id. So on the basis of id we can do anything. If we got any situation regarding to that, any this issues, means this thing, undelete thing, whenever need to undelete. So this is the way that how we are doing the undelete. And there is a delete case, means delete cases are handled some differently, some way differently, because we since in the delete cases we are not making changes on the self record. We are not making changes on the self record. So usually we are doing the delete cases on after, means either be an undelete or either be in delete. The thing is that we can't find the only trigger.new in the delete triggers, and on the delete trigger we can't find the trigger.old instance. These two instances we can't find because it doesn't allow. Only the reason is that trigger.new is not found because the since we are going to delete that trigger, so it means that the in the new instance that record is get deleted. There is no value in that new instance, so that's why we can't find the trigger.new. And in the undelete trigger, since before undeleting means there is no instance, there is a no existence of that record, so that's why trigger.old is not found whenever we are doing the uh, whenever you're doing the undelete trigger. So that's the case. So any questions? So regarding to its delete triggers, because apart from that, everything is similar. Means what we have done in a update, insert, these all are similar. Means whenever you got a requirement, we get the same situation. We need to create the handlers. We need to get the record IDs. We have to make a query on the records and do whatever the operation we need to have to do. So the thing is that why trigger is a thing is that only the delete triggers and undelete triggers are important because the instances, only basis of instances, they are different. Means in which instance we can get, because usually we got a situation that we someone got asked that when these kind of triggers will fire. So that's the thing. So any questions?
No, let's go.
Okay, then so before moving to the next, there is a one thing that called person account. Okay, now before entering into more discussing over the some complex situation on the triggers, let's also see some different uh, use cases. So first, before that, let's discuss about the one thing. One topic is the called person account. Person account is a kind of a account, means it's a is a kind of a, we can say that record type or something like that in related to that. Means it's a kind of a record type that specify that differentiate that account to a that can be, that account is a business account or a person account. Okay, the only thing is that it differentiate that account is used to differentiate that account, that that account is a there be a uh, business account or a personal account. Okay, so it has some means whenever we convert an account into a person account, it means that it has some features that it inbuilds. It its contact get automatically created whenever we create any person account. Its contact get, or one of the related contact is automatically created whenever you are creating a person account, and that contact is known as person contact related to that account. Means whenever we are creating any person account, then what it that it's contact that automatically created and attached to that account, and that contact are known as a person account. And any fields that any field value that is related to a person account, means person contact, means any field that are related to a person contact, means because the contact had so many fields. If I look at that, contact has a name, email, you can see means any of the standard fields. We can see that there is a name, email, phone, and all those things. So these are at that moment whenever we are converting account to a person account, then what will we do that it's all of the field names are labeled with the person. Means for the account, that will become a person contact form, person home, person mobile, person contact mobile, person email, person contact email. So these are the things are prefixed with the whenever we are trying to fetch the records related to that contact, for that contact related to that person account. So all the field name got changed to person contact, prefix get added to that, all those things. Means if we need to access the phone, then it will become a person contact phone. If we need to access the email, then it's become a person contact email. So similarly, means this is the, if we need to access the contact ID, then it's become the person contact ID. So, and how we are going to do that? Let's it's a setting that we need to enable. There's a kind of a setting that we need to enable, that enable the person contact person account. But there is a thing that if it is enabled, it cannot be disabled. uh, it's, I think, an account setting. If it is not, then we need to enable that person account. Before that, I need to follow these steps. Means before enabling a person account, I must have a follow this step. That it's saying that there is a must at least one record type in the account. So let's create a record type. Sorry, let's yeah, let's create a new layout. Now next thing is that user has the read permission to the account and permission on the contact. That since I'm an admin, so I have a read permission. Or organization record wide default sharing is set to be on the contact controlled by parent, or account is, or contact is private. Okay, let's sharing rules make it a organization folder. So, organization. It should be controlled by parent. The internal and external user must have be the same. So it's also be controlled by parent. Okay, it's not made it private. So it's still in progress. I'll become private, and now come up here. Sorry, account. Contact is private. Contact is controlled by parent. Say it's correct. Then why it's not?
Siraj, in the requirement it says one of those, but you did, I think, both of them. Maybe it's because of that. It says either controlled by parents or privates, but you did both of them, like, and one of them, maybe.
And
But
in the requirement it says account and contact, but here it is account and contract.
yeah, it's okay. Actually, we can't choose only what is that? Showing private because account is private, so that's why it's making me private or controlled by parent. We can't make it public return, right? No, it's correct. It's always be controlled by parent. There is no issue in that. And it's a or condition. Or means any of them it's true, and or both one is true. Account and contact is private, and then contact is private. Let's make it private, more restricted. Okay, both have become private. Let's do enable.
It's not saying like just not saying about account is private. It's just saying like we have to set the contact like controlled by parent, or if we not use controlled by parent, then we have to do account or contact is private. So just keep the account public read write and do the contact controlled by parent.
Let's also try that. At least one record type. User has the read permission on the account and read permission on the contact. Organization by default is set to be set to that contact is controlled by parent. Let's see the here. There is not much time. What is missing? Let's have a break. Let's have a break. Thereafter, we find out.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Suraj.
Just go to the profile and administrator, and you have just take the record type there.
Let's check that. Might be, but it's already present up here. It's already up here. No issue.
Mm.
Record tag is assigned to this user. Okay, let's discuss about the platform events. Platform events are usually used by the developers in order to in order to capture the changes happens in the Salesforce. Means whenever the changes happens, uh, in order to capture that changes or event, we usually use the platform events. Okay, platform events, we usually use the platform events. It's just like a similar that we are creating an object, but thing is that uh, usually we trigger the platform events so that any third party API, this third party tool, which is the outside the Salesforce, can just like that. Remember we talk about that events in which it's just like a broadcasting the things. Means it's just like a radio. Means platform events are just like the radio. Means we are just broadcasting. Means a single channel. Means we are a single at a single place. It broadcasts the radio, and it broadcasts the event, or it broadcasts the message, and whoever subscribe that event or platform event get that response. It's just like the same that in the radio, there is a one single station who is just broadcasting the all the messages, songs, and everything, and you have to tune that to that particular frequency so that you can listen that radio. Similarly, we in the platform events also have the same functionality, that whenever we have to listen any platform events, we need to subscribe that platform event. So whenever the event, any event that any event or any message broadcasted by a platform event, it get captured into that into our channel. So we discuss about that how we create a platform event, but we can't see that how application use. We can't see that how we use the platform events. So let's have a look at how we create a platform events and how we broadcast a platform event using a trigger. But we can't, means I can't demonstrate you that how we capture that platform event, because For that, we have to some either we have to know that some third party tool, or we have to just have a look at our visual face space, these kind of things. So before that, you have some knowledge about that platform events and how we capture the platform events, how we trigger a platform event using a triggers. So because in the Coca-Cola project we designed a platform events, since we have an issue that the thing is that we are making a request to a third party server from our VF page, sorry, from our Cora components, and we don't know that when the whenever the data changes, we don't know that how when the data changes, because whenever the data changes I need to capture that thing and send the information to a third party server. So we have to make a some HTTP request, or we have to make a some callouts we haven't discussed. So that's why I'm not able to explain you the real time scenario, because it has some more deep knowledge about the Salesforce. So if you know the callouts, then I can the callouts are the thing that whenever you are making a request to any third party server, so that thing are called as a callouts. So in the triggers we had designed a situation that we have designed a platform events, that platform events, so platform events are only used to capture that any data changes. Whenever the data changes, it trigger, or any event that happens, it triggers, and so that the so that my VF page, so that my component knows that, hey, database changes and now you have to send an information to a third party server. So before that, so that is the scene that at that moment we have designed a platform events. Let's have a look at how we design a platform events and how a trigger can call a platform event, uh, how a trigger can trigger a platform event. So let's have a look on that. So for the platform events, we have to go to this home or setup, and then search for the platform events here. Okay. So here we can see that it's a platform event, and it's already created, but usually it is not created. Might be I'm while testing, I just create that. So for here you can see that there is a new platform event, and it is similar as we are creating a it is a similar as we are creating a database, sorry, creating an object. Just like that, it has a label, it's plural, and its object name. So it's similar that. And here, but the thing is that different is that here we are one thing, it's a published immediately and published commit. Published immediately means whenever we publish an event, it just or throw broadcast that event. And published after commit means uh, suppose we are making changes in a record, and that record once committed means once get saved into the Salesforce, thereafter the event will fire. So these are the thing. It's just like that, we can say that before and after, before commit and after commit, just similar to that. But it's immediate means whenever we call that whenever we call that platform event, it get triggered and broadcast this message. And after commit means whenever the record gets saved, and after that platform event will call. So let's create a platform event. uh, and save
I
it.
think we have same exact concept in Git version control with Jenkins.
Yeah.
Whether anything is changed, Jenkins is triggered and generate an automated report.
Yeah,
Either
sure.
you merge.
Yeah, actually, every technology, webhooks, it's a common term is called it webhooks. Webhooks, if you remember that webhooks, that is a common term for each. Means whenever the any changes in the database, if you want to capture that information, that is a term called webhooks that usually refer to this thing. And yeah, you are correct that we have a means whenever there is a two technologies have to interact with each other, then we have something called events or platform events, or every technology has a different name for that. Might be in your GitHub to Jenkins, there must be some different name that we have to set up, so that whenever any changes made in the GitHub, it triggered the Jenkins too. So in Salesforce, it's called platform events. Okay, so here is that, and then you can see that it's a similar, but the extension means, sorry, the postfix has become underscore e, that defines that it is an event. And for that event we can now we have to create some custom fields so that that field contains the information, and we have not so much fields are available up here, only few kinds of fields are available. So let's create a field message, and let's learn this to now our platform events is ready. So whenever we need to call a platform event, or whenever we need to trigger a platform events, just like in our use case, where is that, while we are designing a contact trigger, and then in that contact triggers we also designing that whenever the phone is changing, what we have doing, it is to find a duplicate, check duplicate, no task, handle before update. And phone is changing, lead source is changing, then it shows this error. Okay, it's used to send an error only. Suppose in this case, opposite case, I want to send a notification that hey, give me a moment, give me 2 minutes. Okay, so in suppose if it is a blank, that it's throwing an error, and if it is not blank, then we need to send an information to the user that lead source, if both are changing, no, that's whenever a phone is updated, I need to send an information or send a broadcast message. So for that, let's check what we can do. So let's come up here and create a new method. If new contact phone is not equal to old contact phone, it means that phone contact is changing. Now I need to send a notification. So for that, let's create a method. It's quite similar that we are doing so in earlier, that first we need to get the ID. What is opportunity? Now contact. That is, if you look at the overview of the triggers, then you can see that at every place we need to create a set, and in the set we need to add an IDs. Same concept is everywhere. We add the IDs, and the contact IDs dot size is greater than 0. Then we send the notification, and that notification we need to accept those IDs. So for that we need to make as a parameter, and we send the notification. Okay, we send the notification in this. Now in this method contains to send the notification or send up to trigger a platform event. So how we trigger a platform event? There is a method event.publish, something like that. I usually forget. Yeah, event.publish, this one. So this is all about the platform events. Here I come. Now before that I need to create an event. So first, for creating an event, let's create the number of contact IDs, define that how many event I need to publish. Contact IDs. Now here I had to define the event. That's my platform event. Just it's just similar that we are defining that an object. The message. Let's put a value that's saying that contact card. And let's create a list of event. It's similar that okay. So this is in this way we are creating. So whenever the record got changes, we record whenever the phone is updated, it will send a notification, and it will send a notification that is received by the any of the person, any of the places, or any of the third party tool that subscribe to this event can able to accept that event, can able to achieve that what are the information that we got from the event. So let's is there is an let's subscribe that event, but it's in a different place, or we can subscribe via let's subscribe. We got to subscribe that event using a process builder. Okay, when platform event is received, then this will trigger, and then add a trigger. Here I can choose my platform event, and my platform event is known as my platform event. In this event I have. So now it's asking for an object. So what I need to do means it's the same thing that let's go back again. It's got created. Let's delete this. Okay. Previously we changing that a record changes. Whenever the record is changes, then we are triggering this process builder. But right now, suppose suppose someone has make changes in the means not, it's not about that thing. Means suppose any of the event is triggered, and at that time I need to call a process builder. So at that moment I will choose that platform event message is received. So at that moment let's make the process subscribe. So save. Once I save, I come up here. Now add a trigger. So in this trigger, I need to choose my event. So I'm choosing my event, and then let's choose on which object I need to make changes. Suppose what should I do? I will create a lead. No. Let's create a case comment. Matching records, matching condition there. No need to match any conditions. Or just post to a chatter. What should I do? It should has to capture the not this way. It should not be rated. Let's make an event. So Okay, let's make changes in this. Okay, let's hit the save. So when platform event triggered, it will search for a record of employee whose city is equals to New York. Then what should I make changes? Let's not just execute the action. I don't want to make any changes up here. And then no, great. Add an action, and in that action I want to create a task related to that. Where is that? Create a record. Oh, let's post to a chatter. Marshfield, instead of Marshfield, just type the user, search for a user record, and in that record I will choose the owner of that owner ID. This one. So it will post to this user, and let's okay, let's activate. It's a very long process. Means okay, I activated that thing. Let's first create an employee record whose city is New York. So builder event. I just have to make the city is New York is related to Florida, Indiana, Los Angeles. Alabama, Edison. Save. Let's make changes in the process builder. Clone, save, and it will post to a chatter whose city is Edison. Now let's what should I do? I need to make changes in the contact phone. Let's make changes, and I hit this. Hit the save. It got saved. Let's check that is anything happened or no. Where is that report? Where that record had gone? Is there any filter? Okay. This is a filter event. Let's add the chatter. So I need to enable chatter.
It's 9 others.
So I can get the chatter feed. Let's add up here. Save. Back. Not showing chatter. Let's see that it's working or not. Let me change to this to this. Yeah, it's posting. So let's again make this addition so that it will be posted. Now I'm come up here and I'm going to make changes in my contact record. It's not posted. What happened? City is equals to, let's check debug so that it will be clear that platform event is triggering or not. So we have send notification, we have whenever is phone number is changing, a notification. This is only for the debug that if it is success or failure, it shows me a debug. So let's again make the changes so that I can check that it's the platform event is firing or no. Where is that? Event is successfully published, so it's firing, but it's not activating at the process builder. At perform one object employee when to start. Find city equals to addition, and then no criteria, just post to a chatter. User record employee owner dot user ID. No, it's not posted. Why this simple thing is not happening?
I believe I can fly.
Huh? You can fly?
We awake. Suraj, we are listening on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened to this.
That's okay. Sometimes it's happening. Yeah, there is something went wrong.
It's quite things. It's quite simple things, but it's not creating it. That's why.
Raj, I think for today we're
Hmm?
okay. For today we're okay. Let's get the relax and tomorrow with the fresh head.
Yeah,
I think.
we can do that. I'm thinking that why it's not happening. It's a quite simple thing. It's activating. It's working fine. And
Raj, this time we give you homework, okay? First, the sound, and the second is process builder. Oh, yeah.
The idea. Every time when we are giving us homework, this time, okay, give homework.
I think you should try with custom notification. It will be easy.
No,
Use
it's
your process builder and try to send a custom notification so that we can easily get the things like what is the issue.
I think today okay. Sometimes
today,
today,
sometime.
yes, not sometimes. This is our first time, and it's okay, totally fine. I think.
Hmm. First person account is not working now. Platform events. No,
Yeah, platform event.
Today, Salesforce doesn't want us to learn something.
No, actually, it's lets us to learn something, but it's not let us to demonstrate something that how it's working, how it's going on.
It's okay, it's
It's equal pigless addition.
And your
Okay.
going to end. Go drink tea, relax. By the way, this week I went to Indian street food restaurant. Oh my god! Yeah, I said okay. I take a picture. I will send you. Indian street food restaurant. It's good restaurant, but a lot of things spicy.
Okay.
I said,
So
"Why?"
what you had tried?
There was one thing I remember because the other ones we just choose it. It was samosa because samosa is a same. We have sambusa also, but ours mating with the meat.
I love samosa.
Yeah, sambusa.
No, you don't love samosa. I think you love kachori.
because we don't have any option in where I'm living. That currently that there is nothing.
Yeah,
There's
we love
like samosa.
Banarsi
There is a
samosa.
lot of different foods. I mean, and also they did a some kind of ice cream. This is their first try. They just give us for free. They say, hey, "Can you guys try it? And can you guys give a feedback?" It was something crazy. It was good. I like it. I don't know some kind of I don't know greens from India. I think I don't know, but yeah, it was interesting. I said, "Oh, okay." But it was spicy. I asked mild, but it was crazy spicy.
Indian foods are
If, if,
spicy.
if you
Like
want to eat like this, nothing will be living inside the human. Any kind of virus will die. Man, this is crazy. It was crazy spicy.
Tommy, you had to take a selfie as well. You are burning head.
I take a picture, so I will send you guys. But it was good. It was nice.
Why did you plan to go there?
No, there was a one of my friend who's working here. He's from Turkey, and birthday parties. They call us, and we went there.
Yeah, restaurant birthday party.
Yeah, and birthday party means just two family with the kids. They invite us. And we went there. It was good, nice. You know, our kids are friends with their kids, and they were nice persons also as well. It was good time. We drink tea. We drink chai. You guys have also telling chai, huh?
yeah, chai.
Little different. Even I remember from the one movie, it was Chai Bala. Millionaire. He become
What
millionaire.
is chai?
Chai
Chai
Bala.
wala. Chai wala.
Chai Bala. Yeah. Chai Keriga. Chaicu. In Turkish, it's Chaicu. Çaycı tostçu Mehmet Usta. Yeah, I know. So I'm bothering. I think you trying to do stuff.
No issue.
Or somebody's cooking. I think in your home.
Yeah.
Naturally, like cutting something like sucuklu yumurta.
Actually, he is preparing kadha.
Oh god, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Drink something strong like tea. You guys are very famous with the tea.
Yeah.
A
I'm
lot of
drinking.
different,
Mm.
like energy tea, wake up tea, this tea, this tea.
Kara keep us safe from corona.
Due to COVID. Due to
Oh,
COVID.
yeah.
Due to COVID, yeah.
I remember one time there was some kind of tea I buy from somewhere. It says slim tea from India. It makes you like slim, blah blah blah. Man, I drink it all day. I was in the restroom. It was crazy. I said no more. It was crazy. I said no more. No. I'm okay. Whatever you drink, even water. Oh my God, you have to go to the restroom. I mean, anyway, you have to go to the restroom with the water. But this was crazy. I said no. It was crazy days. Yeah. So we continuing or?
Yeah, we continue the next tomorrow. Tomorrow we continue.
Yeah, maybe it will be better. I think.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.